so far.
Maybe should be in 4 and 3. Arteezy's throw up a bit. The punches, of course the tango. Tree. 1 slippers of agility.
That's the actual damage. I'm trying to find a reason why he would go for Ring of Bassi instead of a Raid Band, because it gives the same amount of damage.
It is just messing up with last hits. As soon as your opponent goes for a click, you toggle it on, give your creeps armor. Time to get to them. Maybe with the mana regen, being able to spam out maybe 1 more snake across the laning stage. About.
Trying to toggle it on and off, but it's not very effective. TA with 9 CS.
Level 2 refraction now as well. Good amounts of damage with bottom lane Shadow Shaman. Dragged back into the waiting arms of fear with the Cyclone going back in behind the tier 1. Infamous defensive tri-lane against this kind of 2.5 lane. Misery Chen is all the way back towards the western side of this Radiant jungle. Picks up a troll and maybe looks for a play in towards mid. Arteezy yet to level anything up at 2. Point.
And they can't.
3.
They can't kill. Really low. Top lane Omnight's getting a lot from there. I mean, it's a 1 versus 1 scenario against the Puck, so he should be getting levels. Puck 13 to 7. Well, this is where Sumail shines. He's the king of classic one-on-one scenario.
Mid lane, Schofield. Looks like he came in to try and make a play. He goes for the TP out and succeeds. Crit finish him off. Now with a 2 snake, bringing out a salve to himself to reset that lane. Decently so far for TA, but Arteezy struggling massively. Sat down at 2 and 1 on the DotA, and MNZ 17-12. He's getting crushed in this lane, Lacoste.
Well,
Bassi level 1.
That Bassi toggle on and off was not very effective, as we mentioned. But the bottom lane is getting destroyed, and they can easily always stack for Medusa in order to actually get back into the game. Bottom lane is going to get threatened. They have, what, 4 skeleton warriors. Spear is going to drag the creeps away.
Crit see the TP coming in. The dive in behind on the Shadow Shaman, though. Master shackled, but lifted immediately. Homing missile flies across on the crit, and Schofield does have a snowball, but Papita turn around on, and now us all alone as the gyro zoned out completely. There's no additional disable here outside of 1 toss from Fear. Follow-on damage will be lacking. Shadow Shaman back onto the crit. Guards are forced, and Schofield losing a lot of HP here, but Fear might just have stuck around a little too long. With his Radiant creep wave around, and Papita having there's no rocket barrage, but he's still got the damage there, nearly. Dives out to the Santa Blast, but I think that was Chen stealing it up and trying to do some return.
How's Medusa doing? 7 CS against 25-17 and Templar Assassin. Yeah, this TA could go ham this game. The problem is that Puck is getting a lot on the top lane, and if they decide to dive, he even has Orb of Venom just for extra harassment. They want to kill Medusa on a mid lane with the rotation from Tusk. This is why Tusk is one of my favorite.
But now the action bottom lane. Dive in behind tier 1. We'll catch this one as a toss from Fear. Gyro down, and Shadow Shaman. There's no way to escape this, really, is there? 3 heroes converge onto his location, block him in the trees. Shadow Shaman, let me out! This is no way to escape.
Thanks for
They're securing Fear's last hit. Once Tiny gets power threads, the amount of attack speed he gets is way too good. The problem is with Shadow Shaman that he got nerfed way too much. Level 1 Ether Shock, 14 seconds cooldown, and if you use Shackles, it doesn't feel like you're actually dealing any damage.
Standing there, waving your arms around.
Yeah.
Throwing some spells into the mix, but Gyro now rotates top lane. Sumail is already level 6 with treads up though, while the Gyro just cracked level 4. Be a difficult time. There, Shadow Shaman is brought up as well, but meanwhile mid, they're trying to collapse onto the TA. Level 6 MNZ will get found by crit here, but the damage from the TA, now the shards coming in, crit on the wrong side, unfortunately. Now the lift over into Arteezy. Misery only has a catapult to go, and it looks like Infamous will be able to disengage nicely from all of that nonsense. But Sumail is potentially able to win a 1v2 up top. He's got an Orb of Venom and he's just right-clicking down the Shadow Shaman. Poor little guy has nothing he can do.
Yeah, he can also dodge a rocket and should put TP in his inventory, actually.
In they come with the shards. Orb, jaunt. Away from danger, nicely played by Sumail. Close to the line there, but Shaman with the 1-1-1 build may have been able to catch with a Hex.
Got it.
Time. So Stinger, Omni Knight, reasonable laning stage, 23-1. Soul Ring is up, but now he is in a 1v3. Not the 1v1 he's been in for so long at that top lane. Tossed back into crit, and he can't Soul Ring to heal because he would have died anyway, so we'll drop. Again, Misery, right place, right time to pair up. Spear and crit again.
They're gonna need to play around Templar Assassin. Rubik TP stop, which means they could get a kill. Puck has
is under attack.
oh, snap into coil. Have it. Yeah.
The way the shackles come now, and without the creep coil here, Sumail, he gets the nuke damage in, Schofield, and this Rasta both dropping very low. Puck jaunts away, so they get both kills while escaping with Sumail, bottling up. Oh, that's so nice. Salving as well with a bounty rune to go. Perfect play from EG yet again, 2-7. TA, it's like she dropped low from some kind of engagement middle lane, but they'll get the shrine going, stack up some camps for her, and that is something that we often see with TAs on a team, is that their supports will spend a lot of time stacking ancients and stacking camps. But Shadow Shaman and Tusk haven't had the opportunity to do any of that, have they?
Yeah, because they were pressured on a bottom lane. The bottom lane is gonna go down. TA can stack for herself with traps.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Tier 1 drops. Stinger. It's around. Pretty strong. Level 1 repel is there, just in case things get a little bit hairy.
Dire's structures
Shield
are
wrapping in from
fortified.
behind, but this nice Obs Ward from oh, that's Infamous Obs Ward.
Radiant's
I'll be able
top
to
tower
potentially
is
see the
under
Chen
attack.
rotation in and out. Schofield grab the bounty rune here, and TA double damage rune denied out. Why Misery, the shards will trap him in. Somehow he gets clipped inside the igloo. Schofield unable to actually move forward with the catapult in the way, but the snowball will enable them now with a trap. Misery, a couple of clicks from TA cures that kill. No idea how the shards managed to drag Misery inside, but okay. The terrain, maybe playing against
Misery
is
is
under attack.
half Eskimo. He wants to get into Igloo. Shout out to Rasmus. Rasmus always played the one mean Chen. Level 4. I wonder who's gonna buy a tome on this. Well, Rubik is actually 1, 2, 0, and 5. Almost level 5 with Urn, Windlace Boots, Magic Wand.
He has the same net worth as the Gyro on the other team. Papita's having a really rough time. Tiny top of the net worth at this point. 4,500. Treads up. 600 gold in the bank towards Blink, or may decide to go for. TA. Zoned away from the tower for now. Rush into Desolator there. One little stack of ancient being built up. Of course, on this Radiant side, if you've not seen the video, there is one out there that shows you how you can stack both camps of the Ancients at the same time. You have to be standing in like a specific spot, so you're within aggro range of the Ancients, with traps in either of them, as mid lane Medusa is being gone on, but Arteezy tanky with the mana shield up, and TA Tusk will have to fall away. Top lane. Gyro caught in a team call. Snap back, and Crit will claim the kill. Sumail now in trouble though, as he's turned around on, and the cross is there. Crit trying to TP out. Is there a disable or a damage? No. Be back home.
Sadly, they had no mana on Omni. Spell from cooldown for Rasta. There's no stacks whatsoever. One stack here, and that's pretty much it. Okay, one here is all. But considering there's a TA and Medusa, you would expect there to be more stacks. But a lot of fights were going on. They were focusing on the bottom lane, so both supports from EG and Infamous couldn't be in the jungle stacking.
Everyone's been very focused on lanes. Keep their eyes on these waves. Sumail very close to this Blink Dagger, and this is almost this is like having a mid lane puck, right?
Yeah, well, off lane, I guess that's why they shifted the Sumail to an off lane, because mid is most 2 versus 2, sometimes even 3.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I guess it's really annoying for him to play he shines in 1 versus 1, sometimes 1 versus 2 scenarios. That's why they shift. Every time he plays classic 1 versus 1, most of the time, the lane is won.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tier 1 mid, claimed there by the TA.
Radiant's
Closing in
top
on that
tower
Deso
is
11
fallen.
minutes in. Traps down, sentries out, blocking up these camps. EG wanted to, and it looked like Arteezy did try. The stacks will not be coming there. Pings out from Infamous as well, saying, hey, we need to go and check out over to the eastern side. This god spot here isn't abused by the Medusa, but top lane, this is something they have to deal with. Misery with a catapult strat, and Sumail with a blink in, jumps the Rasta, but immediately jaunts out again. Sure that Rasta doesn't have any aggressive play potential, but because we're caught here by the TA and the snowball, Infamous will make short work of them. Pulls these catapults away. Misery can't wrap them back just yet. They might survive long enough for him to respawn and call them back in, though. They are tanky, tanky beasts.
They're wrapping around gyro. Toss.
Avalanche. Needs a call down on a homing missile in, but scared to play forward into them. Knows that Sumail is coming in. Stinger.
He's gonna go for it.
Safe for the gyro, but Sumail's in there, deep behind the tier 1. Yeah. Hacked back by Schofield, though. Kill is tiny, but Fear turns to burn. Schofield drops low, and Sumail still here with an orb ready. Snowball forward, but this will be his inevitable demise. Crit is cleared up by MNZ, but Fear and Snowball will not be able to do too much now. The Hex good from the Rasta, shackle forward as well, and the Purification Bomb takes Sumail down at long last. But you're still losing this gyro time and time again. Middle of the board net worth and not looking good.
They need some stacks for Gyro to come back into the game or play around him, have Omni Knight have a TP. You can actually save him up. Omni with the Hood of Defiance going straight for the fight against Tiny and Puck, the best you can get. Chen is still not level 6. Crit is having a really good time.
Yeah. Heals level 4 Purification, blows up creep waves and feels...
Deso finished on TA with level 4 meld. If they take a fight, kill, let's say, 2 heroes of EG, this opens up a Roche for them.
Straight in there. There we go. EG.
The Rasta wards, they can easily kill it. Tusk just buying time, knows where EG is moving. Using Sigil to scout. Yeah, they don't know about this.
Radiant Obs Ward just outside the range of the sentry. It's so weird. You move the camera and it looks like it's in the sentry range.
But it's not.
There, and then you move it to the left and it's like definitely not. Weird and wonderful world of perspective.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see? That's one of those things a lot of people talked about, why a lot of people feel more comfortable playing on the Radiant side. Is just the perspective of the camera, sort of top down from an angle. Feels nicer when you're moving sort of bottom left towards top right.
Yeah, that's why I love Radiant more.
Absolutely. Bottom lane, Castle coming in.
Is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Misery going for that mech build.
Dire's top
So
tower
he's playing
is
kind
under
of the
attack.
classic, 5-roll Chen, right? Roaming, ganking, doesn't care too much about himself. Has these armies to pressure in towers, and of course, save people up with the Hand of God. It's being stolen here, though, by Arteezy and Fear, cleaving and clearing through them. And an Obs Ward there to block the camp for any future stacking endeavors. Infamous don't care too much. They're off on a mission of their own, taking tier 2 top lane.
Radiant's
Control
middle
up this
tower
dire
is under
jungle.
attack.
For some reason, Pipe was popped
Dire's
on Omni
top
Knight.
tower is under attack. Dire's
Spooked.
structures are fortified.
There was no one
Radiant's
top.
middle tower has
I can still
fallen.
defend the tier 2 tower on mid. Or if they want to continue with
Radiant's middle tower
Deso on
is under
TA.
attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
If they had a helm to steal his catapult, it might have been worth it, but it feels like at this moment, Infamous have to come back. Fend, Fear with a Shadow Blade. Did go that instead of the blink, but hit into a slap down. Tusk will clear up Tusk. The trap taken out as well. So MNZ moves forward with the blink, the meld, the damage coming in. Fear, low armor already, of course, but the send back from Chen might be enough here to take him away. Danger. Indeed. Safe. Infamous just seem to be day late and $1 short every single time they move in, and Omni Knight feeling the pain as well. Gets his own purification and repel off, but he is blown up by GG. The masses of creeps all around as Schofield looks for Misery, punches up into the air, the Stone Gaze is out low. He's moving forward and down goes Misery. Okay, Schofield snowball, trying to get in on top of Fear. There's the jump as Infamous MNZ moves in with a Melt Strike. Arteezy chasing back though. Sumail arrives and TA trapped in the midst of all the EG heroes. Does take down Fear, but Schofield's life is lost. Trap forward, but the call down in. There's Papita doing a little bit of damage with the ward trap over the top. Arteezy, oh, he's gonna get taken down and ripped apart. The chase forward though. Gyro does die. Where is the TA? That's what I want to look for. Taking down Crit. MNZ on a triple kill. A wicked 6 streak and looking for Sumail, but he can't catch the puck. With no disables, Sumail has an easy route of escape. Maybe even look for a kill here. Chip away at the refraction. There we go, but the Waning Rift won't come, and Shadow Shaman has stuck around. Shackles coming through. The Mel Strike. An ultra kill for MNZ. Infamous coming out and sweeping EG.
They couldn't even take the Aegis out of TA. The way this fight started, the Fear didn't blow up Tusk like he did the last time, which actually backfired. He managed to use a snowball on him, use Eye Charge to block him out, and everything they used, Medusa ulti, then they have no escape mechanism whatsoever, and TA can just cut through them.
That really was the TA show, right?
And the ward trap from Rasta. It felt like it was on 2 people. I didn't see if there was a creep blocking it, but it was definitely on Medusa.
Yeah. Into the call down. Gyro, this sacrificial hero. Drums, phase boots. I mean, he's got drums complete now.
He doesn't have drums. Okay.
That's on the courier. It's on the courier. It is just finished. I had to go and check myself. I saw the recipe and I'm like, oh, no. Where's your item? Oh, Misery, hello. And they've got Pop for himself, but this TA too strong. 902, 12,000 net worth at this point as they swing from tower to tower.
They want to go for tier 3, I think. Yeah, they're growing on the mini map. They have Rasta wards in 20 seconds. Still Aegis on a TA. Omni Knight has everything plus a pipe. They just need sentries. Do they have a couple of sentries? Sadly, no.
Infamous using Omni Knight as well as EG did in the last game, finding this timing 18 minutes in, grouping up as 5. Serpent wards are in with the help of MNZ's Desolator. This tier 3.
Oh, these wards are placed way too deep.
Yeah, Medusa just clearing them up. One, Crit, Misery, everyone in fact. 4 ranged heroes all on top of the 3-man snowball. This will open things up. Now MNZ is in trouble. The Aegis might pop, but the refraction's there for a little while. Now dies. The clear through from Fear. Takes down the Rams to the Tusk. Follows immediately after, and Stinger stuck around too long. EG hold their high ground, and Infamous give away so much. Their entire lead, their entire momentum built up over the past 2 or 3 minutes just crumbles.
Omni Knight again couldn't cast the ulti. They were way too deep. Like this is a classic 3-2-2. Aegis on TA was still there. Rasta wards placed around the towers, which means there are gonna be some wards closer to, yeah, like that. And with Medusa, with Dragonlance and Puck, they can easily kill.
It's like, for instance, if they put their wards down here, then they're able to set up and play the kind of further back strat with Omni or someone sitting back here. They have the Tusk who can come in with a snowball, but because the wards are there, they need to protect the wards, so they're all of a sudden playing in that box on the ramp. And
I mean, they still had the Aegis, so the way they could have played with it is repel TA and just hit the tower.
What level is repel? 4 repel. Well, I won't halt Infamous. Still, they've got this TA up at the top of the net worth. Omni Knight is their second core. Gyro is now
are scanning.
The utility hero, the offlaner. He's moving into SNY though, so should still be able to scale reasonably well.
Got it.
Progress through that mid to late game. Would be nice though to have, a blink on your Tusk or some kind of, maybe even a blink on Omni. Kind of jump and save ability to have that additional range. It looks like he's gonna go for the Ether Lens, which I guess does a very similar thing.
Yeah, he needs to stay back and be able to cast those spells. Otherwise, they're gonna lose. Oh, nice blink.
Stone Gaze and shards don't connect. I was watching down bottom though, in fact, as Gyro's being gone on by the Puck and the big army arriving onto the tier 3. So while Infamous are chasing down this Dusa, losing a little bit on their towers, but a good clear through of the creep wave there from Papita. Will slow things up a bit. Fear. And a blade of silver spotted there. Insta-hex with a snowball. Punched up, and Fear. Oh, he's in trouble. The shackles may not last as long as they want with that status resistance, but he will still fall. EG. They don't get a tier 3 or any real significant damage, just a bit of chip away.
Yeah, that was a waste of Omni Knight ulti there. I guess he was afraid that Rasta was gonna die, but he could use heal just to save him there.
Radiant's bottom
Good
tower
sentry
is
ward.
under attack.
Oh,
But like, if Fear's walking into you, do you maybe expect the rest of EG to be lurking around?
I guess the way he was standing here was just trying to break the smoke, or find someone who's gonna come from back and try to snipe him. Medusa is getting back into the game, second on the network chart, level 17 with Pike Mask of Madness with a lot of survivability, even though she's not that tanky enough with Eye of Scotty against TA. That's gonna hurt. TA Crystal is finished and is going for full Butterfly, it seems to be.
She had Daedalus queued up.
She had the Bloodthorn, Daedalus.
When they were pushing high ground,
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, we can go aggressive, and then realizes that potentially here, Butterfly is going to help out a little more. It's back into their nice little groove though.
Misery have Basher queued up. What?
Maybe he just really wanted that belt of strength.
Dire's bottom
Stank
tower
up.
has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified.
Couldn't tell you.
Can this game please prolong for the next 30 minutes?
I want to see
I want
Basher
to
on
see
Jet.
something.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. Fear is moving forward. They feel something. TA blinks away. Fly nearly done. Just a couple of 100 gold away from that Talisman of Evasion, and EG won't be able to catch there. The TA traps. Fair amount of vision as Infamous do back up towards the Roshan pit. What we're looking at, 10 seconds until the big man returns to his cave. It's not a cave, it doesn't have a roof. His area, his zone. Fear seems to be playing a lot of this game very far forward. Aggressive maneuvering from him. The rest of the team scouting into Roshan, and they'll know that it's up. There's the Butterfly for the TA though, so next fight coming up. What is it that EG try and do? Who do they look to pick off? Because this Tiny, it's pretty important that he finds kind of one hero and focuses them down, right?
Well, TA, no BKB. I mean, she has Omni Knight behind her, but at one point it's gonna come that you're gonna need a BKB. If they take Aegis, she doesn't need a BKB.
Sentries and wards. Fear is about to walk into the range of that sentry, but Crit, 1, 2, 3, punch, Purify up, so Crit is still alive. There's the Crit's from MSE for the back end. Fear tries to get down the tusk. He saved up the gun there, but the Dream Call out from Puck. Fear turns and tries to run, but Arteezy Stone Gaze does manage to hold this fight and slow it down a little bit until the snowball flies over the river, across the ramp, and now Schofield finds himself in the waiting arms of Crit, but the Insta-Hex comes down. Rasta is trapped in the pot. Sumail is all alone, but the snowball saved the steal. Oh, Rubik turns it around, and Crit will keep Sumail alive for another round of spells, and Fear comes back in again. Looks the Stinger, and the Omni has given away his life. 2 kills for EG as they storm forward and maybe even look to take down Roshan.
Misery doing God's work, sending back 2 times 2 kills to save them up. No one died on the side of EG, also Crit with the stolen snowball. Meanwhile, TA on a mid, I don't know if you noticed, she was actually trying to use side plays, just killing the creep wave, but couldn't deal any damage.
Now Shadow Shaman dies as well. Buyback from the Omni. Infamous, it feels they need and want to contest this Roshan. Fear, Invis, back and away. Buyback, you gotta be wary about this. Don't want to lose your life now. And Arteezy just sits inside the pit and says, whatever, I'll click this down until the cows come home. I don't care. It takes a million years.
They need to contest this. They need to go and try to make something happen. They can't just let the Medusa get the Roche. It's Cheese and the Roche.
Trouble is that EG has Dream Coil and all of Puck's spells ready again.
Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, there's 4 creeps from Misery.
Ray's dead. Summon some skeletons. And of course, EG has this very deep observer ward, and it's been able to see every movement filter through across past these Ancients. Difficult to de-ward as well. Common than some of these other warding spots. Yules is there. The Omni didn't go for the Ether Lens or the Blink. The Lotus Orb, it appears, is what he's heading towards. Roshan, what is he at? 3,500 HP. Medusa inside the shards, but a quick Hurricane Pike over the top of them. Will be safe for now. TA thinking about a blink forward will go in, but the phase shift is there from Sumail. Infamous just trying this kind of poking and prodding, but EG, they are very, very wary of what's happening, and Fear moving forward into the sentry though. They know that Tiny's around. He pops out of Invis.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
They're still holding this area. And bottom lane, they're going to lose the tier 3. The creep's dragged back. And they know that Gyro, bottom lane, will have to walk a long way or TP to Shrine and get himself towards the pit. So EG move in and try again.
Medusa has level 3 ulti plus 700 mana shield, so she's tanky enough.
Down in. TA forward. Stone Gaze though, even through the repel will catch the TA. Roshan is dead. The avalanche forward. Sumail takes the Aegis. Don't know who has the cheese, but Papita does. He's going to stay alive. The Guardian Angel come out of nowhere as well as Arteezy doesn't have the Aegis. The Guardian Angel stolen. Rubik gets the job done. Send back on Arteezy Medusa. Chen with a godly plays along with Crit. The EG supports, pulling out all the stops here as Fear still sticking around and looking for a takedown onto anyone he can find. Chen chased down as Crit does fall. He finds that one, but Misery with a TA MNZ clearing through him will lose his life, and Fear with 10 seconds on this Shadow Blade might be in trouble, but guess who's here to save the day? It is Sumail with the Yule Scepter up into the air, buying time for that Shadow Blade to come back up. Fear kept alive by Sumail. His puck keeps on going. A shift ready again in a second or so, and he's got the Aegis, of course. So even if he does die, he has that second life, but it's Sumail. Oh, there we go.
Where's Rast? Rast is dead. They can't.
Silence out.
Or can they? Crit?
He's got Yule Scepter. An orb quickly. Oh, they found him. Stinger. Repel. Oh, move forward. He's in the trees. They can't land him. There's no avenue in there. Sumail. Even though he lost the Aegis, the Radiant scan, they know he's somewhere here. Oh my god, if they find him. Arteezy is there trying to hold the hand of Sumail back.
One of the hardest heroes to kill. Level 4 phase shift, Yule Scepter, Blink Dagger. Who got the last hit on Roche? Dire. So, puck with Aegis. Aegis is gone. Chizu also picked up by Gyro, which was used.
Have blessed me.
They should focus Chen in these fights. TA should be the one focusing Chen because he's just saving people. Rubik not that easy of a kill. Solar Crest, that evasion chance. He tried to go on him for a couple of times, didn't work out. Now it's gonna be Ghost Scepter and 11 Urn of Shadow Charges. I don't think I ever saw that.
11. Oh wow. I think when I glanced at it and I thought it was just 1, but it's 11. My brain just couldn't accept the number was so high.
Well, once TA finishes the Bloodthorn, that's gonna be huge.
And Gyro's going to go for the Nullifier, so across the two heroes, they'll have that Doomstick.
Medusa still doesn't deal that much damage with Eye of Skadi. She can easily kite around Gyro and especially TA.
TA up to. Sprinting down this bottom lane. Chen to get any action. Those open racks again. That Misery's been doing very well, sending these creeps out to split push side lanes back into the fight.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower.
Does he still have it queued?
Yep. Maybe he should get a Ghost Scepter. That's gonna help him. From TA, the tier 3 tower might go down, and they're waiting for
Gyro can't really do enough damage there. Deep down towards bottom lane. Sumail shackled up. Schofield is in. Trying to kill off Raster, and they will succeed, while the Medusa looks like she escapes in behind the Schofield zapped down. And it looks like Misery is able to get Arteezy out of danger second time around.
There are fights happening at the two sides of the map. Full AC finished on Tiny. They almost managed to take down tier 3 tower. again, way too deep from him. Especially since TA does not have a weak hit.
Yeah, I think they saw this Arteezy, Medusa, and the Chen both kind of around the ancient area, and they dispelled off the Chen Sen back with the Yule Scepter of Omni, and they were like, cool, we've stopped Arteezy. But the cooldown on it isn't that long at all. It's like 8 seconds or something. Send back, so there again with the second time around, and tanky enough to withstand the damage from a very underfarmed Gyro. 11,000 net worth. Comparable with the Puck, I guess, Papita. We're moving into the Assault Cuirass. Nullifier just now. Choice of MNZ on that Templar Assassin after the Bloodthorn.
Radiant's top
Fear.
shrine is under attack.
Take down shrines, of course, that tier 3 dropping earlier on. With Aegis and Roshan kind of being expended as, like, let's just call it, an even fight. No one got Aegis, no one got Cheese. It was just, sent into the abyss, destroyed and removed from the game. Feels like Infamous needed that to progress their momentum and be able to go and fight and do stuff, while EG doesn't feel like they really care too much about not having Aegis, right?
Yeah. You know what Chen's going for. He's going
Radiant's
for
top
a Crimson
tower
Guard.
is under attack. Radiant's top
Against
tower
TA,
has fallen.
that's really good item, and also against the Gyro's Black Canyon.
But we wanted an abyssal misery. Why did he buy a belt of strength? Did he think about Necro maybe?
I don't think he would go for it. If he wanted he would go for Helm of the Dom.
A prize.
Tank it up, the casual belt.
And now he's got the full Crimson. Mech Arcane's Crimson Guard.
Blessings.
Full Lincolns on the Puck now as well to be able to deal with the Snowball, but also Raster spells, probably more importantly the Hex and the Shackles. Being scouted every step of the way here as the Dire Ops Lords looking out on this top lane.
Roche may respawn in 2 minutes. That
Dire are
is gonna
scanning.
be. Templar Assassin, do the math. She have enough to buy. Yeah, she has actually. BK to buy a full Bloodthorn. Yep. Why am I even asking you, man? I'm a math expert.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm hovering over things and looking at tooltips. You're doing it all in your head. Top lane, looking for the catch. Repel to the Shadow Shaman, but he's going to get punched down by the Skadi Medusa. Work. Shadow Shaman, and dead for 50 seconds. That's a lot of the teamfight control gone from Infamous now. So a lot of their defensive power if they needed those Serpent Wards in the battle.
It's gonna be really hard for Infamous to actually fight, since Chen bought that Crimson Guard. Medusa has a Butterfly level 23. And they can't really focus Rubik. Chen also sitting on 20 armor. When he's next to Tiny with AC, it's gonna be 25. He too reaches level 15 soon, plus 7 armor. These heroes are gonna be pretty much unkillable.
Schofield and Stinger
Radiant's
just threw
bottom
the book
shrine
at
is under
Arteezy,
attack.
and he did not care. He didn't lose any HP or mana, really. Feel the burn at all from Snowballs or Purifications.
Radiant's
TA bottom
bottom
lane
shrine
in onto the
has
tier 3,
fallen.
though. Looks like it will just die. Really from EG.
Dire's
They're
bottom
able to
tower
stop it. They will have to TP back and defend the racks,
Dire's
though. Force
bottom
the
barracks
TA
are
away.
under attack.
See, hiding back, though, in an unexpected place, potentially. Go for a little backstab, but decides to just TP back towards this fight in the middle lane. They're setting up for it. Sumail has a long way to run from bot towards mid. G not committed without that puck, though.
Gyro has enough gold to buy full AC. And if he gets level 20, that's gonna be easier, especially with Medusa's Eye of Skadi. Plus 50 movement speed. That's gonna help him out these fights.
I'm just wondering now, how do you kill Medusa? Like, the TA has so many people to focus on. Oh, the dust is there. Fear. Lincoln's popped on him by Sumail. Turned around on him, blown up, and as MNZ does move forward, the meld in with the damage. Fear. They're trying to send it back with the Hand of God there. The Yule Set will dispel that, though, and make sure the Fear is stuck here. Tiny falls.
That's a lot of gold in pockets of DA again. Roche just spawned Tiny. he has a buyback. If they decide to go for Roche, they have a vision from a trap. He might be needed to actually use that buyback.
Well, Rubik has stolen traps, does he? Real unfortunate.
He has a buyback as well.
No,
Nope.
he doesn't.
Oh, high level. This is huge. The Shadow Shaman or double spell from Omni-Knight from the Pressure Shard.
It's the
That
third
would be-
Roshan, isn't it?
Yeah.
36 minutes in, Tiny does buy back like you called, and EG, they're going in. They need to fight around this pit. Guardian Angel forced out early, very early. Infamous with Roshan down to about 3k HP. Feels like they need to finish this one off, but Genius is not going to give it up so easily. Hex forward onto Arteezy. They have Sumail here ready to jump in with the Dream Claw, but a spear in the back line. Cleaving Thorn, 1 second. And Stinger as Roshan pulled and snatched by MNZ. TA has the Aegis. Stinger does fall. In the mix of things, though, Arteezy Hurricane fights back out of the pit. And Stonegaze going. He'll bring down the Omni and the Gyro. And TA trapped inside up against Spear, tossed in the air. The Aegis is still there and will respawn. What can Infamous do around this TA to save her? Fraction moving forward onto Arteezy, but he's tanky. Trying to bring him down with a Schofield Tusk, but kept alive. Arteezy survives with the Earthfall. He's going to try and turn back around. Kept up by Misery, and TA will fall. Stinger, unfortunately, his buyback will turn into a dieback, and Infamous again around the pit. Something that they require to come back into this game. Snatched away.
Yeah, this Medusa is so tanky. They need to focus her with the Bloodthorn, but when he uses a Bloodthorn, twice he got lifted by Rubik. That's a dieback from Omni-Knight. Sadly for Gyro there, he had both the Cheese and Refresher Shard, but Cheese was 1 second old
Are fortified.
because it was not in his inventory.
Sucks.
PA.
Radiant's middle tower
EG
has
though,
fallen.
ripping through these buildings.
Radiant's
Yeah,
middle
with a big
barracks are under
tree
attack.
through the ranged racks. Arteezy focusing melee. They'll get both of the buildings here.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Bringing down towards bottom lane, knowing that Omni did die back. They're in a 5v4 and now a 5v3 as Tusk gives away his life. TA has a lot on her mind right now as she shoves out bottom lane. 2 full lanes of racks though will go the way of EG. 38 minutes in. Must fall apart at this point.
It's time to go now. Like, they need to go win. Even if they kill Medusa, she has a buyback plus DOTs and come back.
Gyro just immediately blown up. That's a die back on Pepita. Now it is a 5v2. EG. Locked on onto Misery, but the repel turnaround from Crit. Now TA blinks north. The trouble is Rasta dead elsewhere. Arteezy just hitting out with the split shot. Killing off the poor little Shadow Shaman. Stinger has finally respawned, but it feels like this is more than just an uphill battle, but an impossibility for Infamous. Jump in from MNZ, trying to catch out Misery. Stinger moves forward, but this is a tanky Chen with that Crimson Guard and Greaves. Fuels up, but TA dead, and Omni follows immediately after. The Snowball will extend the duration of his death, but Schofield cannot keep the rest of his team alive, and GG is called. EG will take out Infamous.
Yeah, EG played really well. I'm just gonna say Misery's Chen is one of the best in the world. What he did this game, the sandbag